Okay, welcome back. Once again, my name is Onyabuchi, and so if you've not watched part 1 and part 2 of this DNS of this man in the middle attack analysis, so I encourage you to watch part 1 and part 2. So this time I'm going to do a bit something in line, which is Unmasking DNS Spoofing. So basically DNS is domain names. It resolves it to an IP address. Domain name server. So good example according to TryHack, it says you think of it as your phone contact list. You say you don't remember your phone numbers, you tap on their names. Similarly, so DNS translate human friendly website names like Google into computer friendly IP addresses. So IP address is to computer, then the name DNS is to human readability. So DNS spoofing is basically DNS catch poisoning. So when an attacker corrupts the system, they give a computer the wrong phone number for a website you're trying to visit. So in the case of a man in the middle attack, so the victim tried to visit their bank account, and the attacker who's already in the local network, perhaps via the app spoofing the previous analysis we did, so intercept the victim's DNS query. Then the spoof, the attacker quickly sends a fake DNS response to the victim. So on one part is the interception. So the victim's computer trusts this fake response and save it in his DNS cache. So when the victim tries to connect to their, let's say, to their bank, they'll unknowingly connect directly to the attacker's server, which might host a perfect replica of the bank inside. So man in the middle attack is a powerful tool. So if an attacker is able to gain initial entry and it sits in the middle of the traffic, so that's why it's basically called man in the middle of traffic. Every traffic that goes in and out goes through the attackers. So when the attacker sits in the middle of the traffic, he can capture the login, username and password. So a good indicators of this is like having multiple DNS response, so suspiciously short TTR, that's the time to leave, unsolicited, so DNS response. So let's get started. So let's see, let's say 1, 2. So I'm going to be working with the same network traffic pickups file that I was working in part 1 and 2. So I'm going to this time filter it to DNS instead of app. So try it again. So these are DNS protocol of different lengths. So let's say we want to filter responses from the Google IP. DNS.flag the response. And source IP is Google's IP. So that's like about 755 of them. So let's say we want to examine only the response. About 755. So that's an interesting domain that you can see. This one here says acronym.co.local. Let's say we want to filter that DNS and DNS dot query name to cop. Login dot local. Nothing display. Did I do this right? Okay, it's okay. That's it. 421 of them. Let's say we want to apply DNS response, and the source IP and the same domain. So I'm just gonna copy this command and paste it here. The response, the Google IP address, and the domain name. That was the interesting domain. This. About 209. So let's see, want to filter to see if any DNS requests are coming from the servers other than the DNS. Okay, so this time we're going to apply not in here. Is not equal to Google. So just two of them. So basically Successful man in the middle attack is when attacker first poison the app mapping for the gateway, then followed by forged DNS replies. So that's it for this